Hey guys, Meteorologist Chris Tomer here with this afternoon mountain weather update. We've got a storm coming. Here's what it looks like on radar. So this storm track a little further north than its predecessor with the bulk of the precip rain and snow in Washington and Oregon. Just now moving into Idaho, and where it's pretty warm. Your rain snow line's like 5,000 feet. A little bit coming through California, but the whole storm is going to drop south into the Intermountain West, spreading snow on 125 and 126 through Utah, Wyoming, Montana, Colorado, and New Mexico. All right, here's what I'm seeing this afternoon. You can see the timeline there for Utah, Wyoming, Colorado. Your snow in Utah probably starts up about 3 a.m., 4 a.m. tomorrow. Colorado, pretty light snow, both 125 and 126. And then a high-pressure ridge, 127 through 131 for the heart of the Intermountain West. Not much is going to happen. It's going to be exceptionally warm and dry during that time period. Then a big pattern shift comes in with a powerful subtropical jet, big trough of low pressure, and overrunning rain and snow from California all the way through Utah into Colorado, Wyoming, Idaho. That could be a very interesting period. We'll talk more about that coming up, and I'll show you what it could look like. In the Northeast, now it's rain time, 125, 126, and then the storm track, 128, 129, tends to favor areas south of all the major ski areas. I'll show you what that map looks like here as well in just a couple. So here is water vapor this afternoon. Oranges and reds are dry area. Your moistures, whites, blues, and greens. There's the spin of our storm coming in, which will take a track like this down into the Intermountain, 125, 126. This storm's a big one behind it, but this one's part of that first week of February onslaught. And this one's going to go and kind of spin to the north, do a loop-de-loop, and just kind of wait for its time. But everything's being directed out here by a pretty strong subtropical jet, and it'll bring its fury in first week of February. Okay, so let me show you what this looks like. Here's the forecast radar and satellite. Some very light snows in Colorado right now. Those will come to an end overnight. Here comes the main storm out of the Pacific Northwest, California area, with snow for Idaho, the Tetons, the Wasatch tomorrow morning, spreading into Colorado tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow night, snowing on 126, Colorado, New Mexico, and then it comes to an end by the end of day. And then we're into our high-pressure ridge, 127 through 131 through the heart of the Intermountain West. And most of the precip, if not all of it, will be directed into the Pacific Northwest and BC through that entire period. Until we break that 2-1 time period, nothing much is going to change. All right, let me just show you what we're looking at here. Let me take you into 2-2. Forecast radar satellite, 2-2. Doors wide open, widespread overrunning rain and snow, heavy, with a storm system, a trough, jet stream support, and you can see the result. That'll be that's a time frame to watch, for sure. Okay, jet stream. There's our storm system, 125, 126. You can see the dip in the jet, the trough sliding through the Intermountain Rockies. Let's go to the jet here on 127. Here's our brief high-pressure ridge. Very warm during this period. Just waiting on the Pacific to reload. And here it comes. Doors wide open. So this jet stream is translating all the way across the southern tier. And on the north side of it, it's supporting storm systems with a trough. And so that's why this could be a very active time frame. Let me take it even wider. Zooming out. You're looking at the jet across all of the Pacific. You can see Alaska to the north, Hawaii, the little islands there. So this is a pretty big transport mechanism here. This jet extends all the way back west to Asia. There have been some suggestions that this may be a setup for an atmospheric river into the west coast of the United States. Possible. We'll wait to see more evidence of that. I don't see a lot of it yet, but we'll just, it's a possibility. We're talking something that's 8 to 10 days out. Okay, numbers. First time period. Rest of today through the entirety of tomorrow. 6 to 12 inches in Little Cottonwood, 5 to 10 big, and about 4 to 6 up there in Park City, Deer Valley, Snow Basin. Colorado, 1 to 3. 1 to 3 in the Tetons, 1 to 4 in Idaho. Time period 2. Leftover snow in Colorado, potentially another 1 to 3, a little more around Cuchara. 129 through 131, incredibly dry, Intermountain West, ridge of high pressure. And then, here we go. Possibility of significant snow here. That first week of February. This is obviously just a rough estimate. We're still a ways out, but you get the idea. We could be looking at some pretty good snow. Into the Northeast. Okay. Pretty light stuff from most of Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine. Again, you're going to have rain, 125, 126. The bulk of what you see here happens very late, like 128, 129, and the storm track favors Massachusetts, southern New York State. You can see that. It just barely clips Mount Snow. If the storm track shifts, then that pushes the snow further to the north, so it's something to watch. All right, guys, that's going to do it for this afternoon Mountain Weather Update. Thanks for tuning in here, and take care.